Today, I thought I could give a transmission or a talk on jealousy. And what you learn about the feelings you're experiencing, any feeling is a message, and there's always an underlying reason to why we're feeling what we're feeling. And sometimes it might be that I'm just clearing some old dense energy, and other times it could be there's a reason, there's something happening in my life that is causing me to feel this feeling. And jealousy is usually coming from a place of lack of trust or insecurity, or being wounded in the past that we're now projecting onto the situation or person that we are communicating with. And I want to talk about jealousy in romantic relationships just to simplify it a little. And so, the two reasons why we might be feeling jealous is one, we either have a wound around trust. And so maybe we were in a romantic relationship in the past where someone broke our trust and betrayed us or cheated on us, or maybe we felt like we were fully committed and in this relationship, and then one day our partner comes to us and tells us they no longer want to be in this relationship and leave us, and it totally blindsided us. And that wound of I fully trusted this person and they blindsided me or broke my trust or betrayed the trust I gave them, it creates a wound that then we can project onto our new romantic relationship we are in, where the person we're relating to or dating, they've given us no other, they've been nothing but trustworthy, nothing but committed and meeting us how we want to be met, but we still feel jealous when they talk to people of the same gender as us that are attractive. And that's just our rupture of trust or our insecurity that we are projecting onto our partner. And the question isn't so much of how do I stop feeling jealous, but how do I work with the wound I have to help it heal and repair itself. And something like making artwork about my jealousy, making artwork like poems or journaling about how what happened in the past with how a past romantic relationship ruptured my trust. If we can look at the wound and honor our pain around it through art or through being more vulnerable about what we're feeling with our partner, that is going to help soothe the jealousy you're feeling, because jealousy is telling you, hey, you have this wound that's preventing you from fully trusting your partner. And it's not something that's bad, but it's something to look deeper at and go, okay, if I have this wound and I'm feeling jealous, I need to, one, probably communicate with this and be vulnerable to my partner, so they know that if I'm feeling jealous or I have a moment where I don't really trust them, that it's this wound coming up and it's not how I actually feel towards them. And two, learning to honor my pain, because when you can honor your pain through art is what transmutes that pain into greater beauty, into greater healing, and helps close our wounds and helps us fully lean into the relationships we're in. So that's one side of jealousy. The other side of jealousy is, maybe I haven't really had ruptured trust in romantic relationships in the past, and I'm finding myself really jealous around my partner. And maybe that's because my partner is not fully committed to me as I'm committed to them, or aren't worthy as much trust as I have given them. And maybe, and that can look like they're still talking to a bunch of their exes, or they have a bunch of like emotional relationships with people of the same gender as me that are attractive. Or maybe I'm in something like a polyamorous relationship, where in polyamory there just is a little bit less commitment to people because you're committing to many different people, and commitment and trust is one to one. And so when we're in polyamorous relationships, we are going to feel more jealous because we're not really able to fully, the insecurity of I can't trust this person when we're in a polyamorous relationship, I mean, that person is giving themselves to multiple people, and you won't be able to trust. The guarantee of that relationship lasting long term is less. Because, and you can think about it as like the jealousy I'm feeling with this relationship is because this person, if I'm in polyamory, is because this person is committing themselves kind of like not fully to multiple different people, and it doesn't create the commitment or trust I would need to fully give all of myself to this person. And maybe we have the thought of, well, I don't want to give myself fully to this person, and if we're feeling that, maybe they're just not the right person for us. And there can be a tendency to think, oh, polyamory will help heal my jealousy. And I would say it'll make you more comfortable with the feeling of jealousy, but it really isn't. It's really going to be feeling the pattern of insecurity, lack of trust, and lack of commitment, rather than actually help closing the wound of, I can fully give myself to this person, I can fully trust the person I'm in a romantic relationship with. It's not going to really help you heal that wound. It's just going to make you more comfortable and think jealousy is normal, rather than something that you really don't need to experience when you can fully trust your partner. And so recognizing jealousy is a message, but jealousy is not something that's bad, or I need to pretend like make it stop from happening, but to ask ourselves and become curious of, why am I feeling jealous? Is it a wound that I've experienced in the past that I'm now projecting onto my partner that is nothing but trustworthy and committed to me? Or is it that my partner is committing themselves to multiple different people, whether that's emotional relationships, or they're actually in other relationships, including mine, and that's making me feel jealous? And that's really a question of, maybe I should find someone that I can fully commit and trust to, and who is fully committed and trusted to me, rather than trying to make a relationship work where they have some good qualities and some bad qualities, so that way I don't have to be alone, or so that way I can feed my sexual cravings and desires, because if I think I'm not feeding those desires and craving, then I'm missing out. Which in truth, the time you have alone, the time you have single, is like a detox of your codependency. It's a detox of giving your power away to cravings and desires, and it actually is what helps you get to know yourself better, to become more discerning of who is right for me to lean fully into relationship with, and who's not going to be able to meet me. And we can only have that discernment when we know who we are, and we know what we deeply value, because any type of romantic relationship, we should be being met fully, and we get there by the deepest value I have, this person also holds that same value, whether that's being a parent, whether that's being an artist or a musician, whether that's expressing joy and creativity, whether that's playfulness. And if we feel like our person is not able to fully meet us, then they're kind of holding you back rather than helping you grow how you want to grow. And that in romantic relationships really should be representing the growth I need, not I'm avoiding the spending time with myself with this romantic relationship, or I'm avoiding aloneness or loneliness, or having to face the deeper underlying power I've given away to cravings and desires that I don't want to face, by constantly rushing into the next relationship. And so can we become curious of our jealousy? And also it could be a mixed bag of, one, I've had my trust and been fully committed in relationships that betrayed that in the past. And two, my partner might also be I might have been attracted to them because they are in the same level of toxicity as past partners, or they are likely to not be fully committed to me, or be fully worth my trust as in last partners. And that's why I was attracted to them in the first place, because attraction is, it can either be a deep soul connection, or it can be, it's going to feed, this person's going to feed my negativity, toxicity, and my addiction to being in out of balance relationships, like in the past. And when we're unaware of our pain and our wounds, we can then be attracted to people that are familiar, and the familiarity is the attraction, but they're really familiar because of the toxicity that's familiar to us, rather than familiar in, this person is actually going to be my deepest love. I'm going to be fully committed to them. I'm going to trust them. And if we feel like we just want to casually date and aren't really looking for that, I mean, that's something to look at. Is casually dating really serving me long term, or is it me forming stronger attachments to people who aren't going to be able to fully meet me, and will probably lead me into a greater level of hurt? It will probably lead to me getting my heart broken more, rather than actually serving my greatest well-being, healing, and me expressing more of my heart energy through the safety I created through healthy boundaries. And so when we become curious of our feelings, is when our feelings start to tell us like deeper messages of, oh, I'm feeling jealous because I can't fully trust this person. And thank you, jealousy, for showing me that. Or, oh, I'm feeling jealous because I've been hurt in the past, and this person I'm dating has been nothing but trustworthy. And it's something, a wound I need to work on healing through creating the pain I have felt around that past experience into beauty, and through art, and or through my own just acknowledging it and telling that part of me that's jealous or scared that I love it and I care for it. And even just to close out, even when we feel jealous about some type of success, like outside of romantic relationships, if we feel jealous talking to someone out of some type of, and they've achieved some type of success that we either wanted or we think is really cool, and it makes us feel jealous about the success they've achieved, that's usually coming from a place of the ways I haven't fully committed to myself. I am now experiencing jealousy towards this person because they've achieved something that I haven't been willing to take the action steps, or being willing to trust my intuition enough to achieve on my own. And the jealousy I'm experiencing is coming from a place of, if I can commit more to my life, if I can commit more to taking the action steps I need to take, I'm not going to feel jealous towards what other people achieve so much anymore, because I will have taken full responsibility of what is available for me to achieve, and and probably will reach some level of success because of that as well. So I hope that helps. I hope that brings some clarity around jealousy. Thank you for watching and listening, and I love you all. Bye.